Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber and the subscriber sent a donation. So thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, I wanted to know what am I doing wrong in my relationship. Before the relationship, my girl was submissive and cooperative, and she still is to a certain extent, and seeking my validation and all that. But once we enter into the relationship, she's showing her teeth, so to speak. If I tell her I have to get off the phone, she becomes passive aggressive and does the same thing to me when we talk again. If I give my opinion on certain things, she gets defensive, even if I didn't mean it in an offensive way. She's becoming the person she says she doesn't want to be. I used to go off and be dismissive and cuss and yell, but she told me that wasn't healthy and she couldn't deal with that. So I've really worked to calm down and manage my emotions better. Now, if I say something she doesn't like, she says that she's getting upset and she'll talk to me later. She texts me telling me she's bothered, and I ask her to explain and tell her, oh, we need to talk it out. She tells me, you wanted to get off the phone, remember, since you're so busy. Mind you, I talk to this chick every day and spend hours on the phone, even when I don't want to, because I know this chick loves attention. I want to get back to how it was before, when she was more submissive. Really got angry, offered to buy me stuff, chasing my validation, calling me as soon as she woke up. That's the reason I wanted to date her, because I thought she was different. I thought that was her personality. I could have dated other chicks, but I went with her because I thought she was the more peaceable female and was my bottom chick. I watched your videos on relationships, and you always preach being consistent in relationships. I've talked to her damn near every day since we started being exclusive, and really scaled back on going off every time she made me mad and basically being an asshole. But I want what I had before. Do I go back to being that asshole that went off and only talk to her every other day, or every other 2 days to try to get her back to that and risk losing the relationship because I switched up? It seems like the less attention I paid her in the past, the nicer she was. She chased more, and I took less shit from her, but she wants and needs a lot of attention. How do I get what I need and also give her what she wants? All right. So there's a lot to unpack here. Okay. So we about to go in. Okay. We about to go the fuck in. All right. Now, first thing you guys got to understand is this, is when you're first dealing with a woman, I've talked about this before, so I don't know how long you've been dating this girl. I don't know how long this guy's been dating this girl, but I always say that you have to date a woman for a long time before you decide to make her your girlfriend, right? And one of the reasons is you want to see how cooperative she is over time. You understand? You want to see if she's consistently cooperative. But also, too, what you have to understand is this, and this is why you actually have to wait a long time to see if she's going to be cooperative consistently, is because what a lot of guys do is they'll get with a girl. Everything seems cool. She's cooperating. Everything seems nice. You're like, oh, she's so awesome. You know, she's doing all the things she needs to do. You know, everything is cool. Then they, make this girl their girlfriend. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, she switched up. Like, why is she acting like that? Why is she acting all weird like this? What's going on? Yada, yada, yada. Right? Now, what happens is this, is that when women first get with you, usually what they'll do is they'll try to mirror you in a certain way, meaning that they will act in certain ways and do certain things and say certain things that's going to be pleasing to you, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to like them. They're trying to get on your good side. They're trying to make you feel like, she's a good woman for you. So you start feeling that way because she's actually cooperating. She's actually being nice. She's being very attentive. She's showing interest. She's doing the things she's supposed to do. Right? But the reason why you have to basically take a long time, because what you want to happen is you want to see how she really is. So a lot of times when you guys get with women, and let's say you've been dating some girl for like 3 or 4 months, right? And for those 3 or 4 months, everything it's fucking great. Like, it's so awesome. It's so great. She's doing everything. She's having sex with you. You know, she's cooking you sandwiches and shit. I said sandwiches. She's cooking you sandwiches and shit. And, you know, she's fucking being cooperative. Everything is good. You understand? She's answering the phone. She's meeting up with you. Everything's great. Right? Next thing you know, the 5th month, you make this girl your girlfriend. And then slowly but surely, you know, she's not cooking you that many sandwiches anymore. You know what I'm saying? She's acting. She got an attitude problem for something. You're like, what the fuck happened, right? So that girl at the 5th month, that's who she really is. You understand what I'm saying? That's her. All that shit from before, that was what she was putting on to get to the relationship. Same thing with some of you guys do, where you get with a girl and pretend to, oh yeah, let me get to know you. Let's go on a whole bunch of dates. And, you know, I'm really looking for somebody that I can connect with, yada, yada, yada. And it's going to be so great. It's going to be so awesome. And this girl, she's talking to her girlfriends like, oh my God, I met this guy and we've been seeing each other and he's so awesome. I think he's the one. And then you fuck the shit out of her and you bounce. And then she's like, what happened? You see what I'm saying? After you fucked her, now you're being who the fuck you really are. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why you have to take time before you make a girl your girlfriend, because you have to see. I usually say a year and a half. You understand what I'm saying? To before you even make a chick your official chick, because you need that time to see, okay, is she consistently showing and being the type of woman who she presents herself to be. It's like, yeah, you want to make sure she's cooperating, which is good. And she is cooperating, but is she going to be consistent with that? Can she cooperate for a year? Can she cooperate for a year and a half? Okay, she's cooperating, everything is cool. Now she could be my girl. Now, this is the other thing you need to do. See, I'm telling you, this game is deep, okay? We about to go to fucking, right? Now, while you're waiting that year, a year and a half, right, and you're seeing her being consistently cooperative, what you're doing is, and this is what I talked about before about influencing the woman that you're dealing with, what you're doing is you're influencing her and upgrading her mind with what you're about. You're basically training her to be a part of your program. So what happens is that, let's say, for example, like the other girl I was talking about, where you're with her for 4 months and then you make her the girlfriend on your 5th month, and then you're like, oh my God, who the fuck is this girl? She's on some other shit, right? The thing is, while you're waiting all that time, that year and a half, and y'all dating and she's being cooperative, while you're waiting, what you're doing is the whole time is you're upgrading her mind. So once she becomes your girl, she's not going to revert back to her normal ways, right? What happens is she transforms into a woman who becomes wifey material. I did a video about this, I think a few months ago, where I said, girls who are wifey material, relationship material don't exist. I said that you create them. You understand? Because what a lot of guys do is you get with a girl, you're chilling with her, but the whole time you're chilling with her, you know, you just fucking her and you're like, oh, this girl's fucking me and she seems pretty cool. I'm going to make her my girlfriend. And then when she becomes your girlfriend, she's all over the place. The reason she's all over the place because she's reverting back to how she really is, because now she doesn't have to sort of like put up that front. But while she was, you know, putting up that front and mirroring you and trying to be extremely cooperative, you didn't instill any game in her mind. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't do anything to transform her to be the type of woman, to influence her to be that type of woman. Because remember, you know, you can't change the chick. You can only influence her to change. But when you upgrade, you influence her to change, right? So now when she becomes your girlfriend, instead of reverting back to her old ways, what she does is that she conforms to your way. right? And this is the one of the big parts about this situation with this email and this girl that you're dealing with is that what I'm noticing in your email is I'm noticing that you weren't really having the girl conform to your way. Because the last question you asked in your email, you said, how do I, get what I need and also give her what she needs, right? Now, the way for you to get what you need and to give her what she needs and for the situation to go to back to the place she's like, I want to get back to the where she was being cooperative and doing this and doing that, is that you have to be more of a leader in your situation and give your girl structure, right? The reason why she's acting all over the place and acting all passive aggressive and, kind of talking slick, because there was a part where you said that, she was on the phone and then she said to you, like, you wanted me to get off the phone, remember, since you're busy. So it's her kind of being passive aggressive and kind of slick talking because you haven't really given her any structure. You haven't really been being a leader. You didn't say to her, listen, you're not gonna talk to me like that. We're not gonna communicate like this. You understand? You have to create that situation and have those conversations to be able to create the type of relationship you want. Because there was a part in here where you said, mind you, I talk to this chick every day and spend hours on the phone even when I don't want to, because I know this chick loves attention. I'm going to read that statement again. You said, mind you, I talk to this chick every day and spend hours on the phone, even when I don't want to, because I know this chick loves attention. Okay? That's not being a leader and giving structure. That's you living for the chick. That's you following the chick. That's you doing things for her. You understand? See, this is what you guys got to understand. When you're in a relationship, right? You have to create the type of relationship you want. And the way you do that is when you're dealing with a girl, you are giving her structure. You're telling her what is and what isn't. You're telling her what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. Right? So what happens is you get what you want because you're getting a girl who's going to cooperate and who's also going to listen to you and who's also going to, be doing the things she needs to do. And she's going to get what she wants because she's getting a guy who knows how to lead her. Because a lot of times when women act passive aggressive in the relationship and they act all like, wishy-washy and weird and have a little attitude all the time or whatever. And if this is happening consistently, it's because you haven't put any structure there. You're not being a leader, right? And also too, what happened is that, you were saying stuff like how you would get all upset and emotional and, cuss her out or whatever and all this other stuff. And see, when you're doing that, and I talked about this the other day on my live stream, when you're getting all emotional and reactive, that's not good because that shows weakness. You understand? And girls end up looking at you as weak when you start getting overly emotional. Right? And so when women look at you as weak, that's when the low-key disrespecting comes in. And this is why you're having your girl saying all this stuff and, catching an attitude with you on the phone and doing all this other craziness. Because you haven't, from the beginning, upgraded her mind, and you probably haven't, spent an extended period of time just dating her to see how she's going to react and see how long she's sustaining that cooperation. Because you got to look, is her cooperation real or is she just sort of doing this for right now? And you're not going to really know unless you extend that time you're dealing with her. So if you extend that time you're dealing with her, because you didn't tell me exactly how long you was dating this chick, but I'm sure you didn't wait a year and a half. It doesn't sound like it. And while you're waiting that time, you have to upgrade her mind. So when you do decide to, have her as your girl, she's already shown that she can cooperate for that long. And two, you've already upgraded her mind to be prepared to be your girl in that relationship. And so what happens is while you do that, she's seeing through all that time that you are a leader and that you built a structure for her to, respond to. You understand? So the thing is, when there's no structure there, she's going to wild out and she's going to do all these, passive aggressive things. And it's because you haven't really been leading the situation. So now what you need to do is you need to basically get back. You have to basically start from today. You understand? And this is the unfortunate part is that sometimes, and I talked about this before. I had a whole video where I was saying that sometimes you got to charge your chick to the game because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully you can get this back on the right track, meaning that starting today, you have to lead her and build that and have that structure in your relationship. So basically what I'm saying is you're saying, look, I want to get shit back to where, she was cooperating. She was more submissive. She was, just being, just a little bit more cooler in the situation. So what you need to do is you need to have that conversation with her and tell her, listen, this is what we're going to do from now on. We're going to do this, 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 and this. And we're not going to do this, 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 and that. So listen, you're not going to be having an attitude with me on the phone. You're not going to be, doing a bunch of like passive aggressive nonsense. None of that is going on anymore. And this is what we're doing moving forward. Now, what you also have to do as a man is you have to lead by example. You have to set an example so you can't be on some passive aggressive stuff or being, extremely emotional. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't tell her, hey, don't do this, do that. And then you're all over the place. You understand? Because she's not going to respect that. You see what I mean? So you have to be that example for her to follow. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is this, man. You know what I find interesting about my wife and my girlfriend? One of the interesting things that I found was they both they hold my opinion of them in high regard. I've had my girlfriend many times say stuff like, hey, I just didn't want to disappoint you. I hope that I didn't she's like, I hope I didn't let you down. Like shit like that. You understand? Because what happens is, when I'm interacting with them, right? Because I lead and I carry myself a certain way, right? I influence and instill in them that same type of energy, that same type of vibe. You understand that this is how we do things. You understand? So it's like this. It's almost like, when you're with your chick, you have to represent yourself in a way where it's like you're dealing with her and you're saying, look, we know better than to do some bullshit or act a certain way or be like this. Right? And so that's being instilled in her, but it's because you're setting that example. So this is why I'm saying you got to get off that emotional shit and you have to man up and be that leader. You have to set that example. You understand? So that she knows, okay, this is how we're going to conduct ourselves. You understand? Because what you guys got to understand when it comes to dealing with women is that women, they like to feel, especially when they're in a relationship and they're looking for a man, a boyfriend, a husband, whatever the hell it is, right? Women like to feel secure and safe and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? And what makes them feel that way is when they're with a guy who knows how to lead them, who knows how to, point them in the right direction. When a woman feels like she's with a man who doesn't know how to lead or who's all over the place, she feels unsafe, which in turn makes her sort of, for a better word, I should say like panic. That panic is basically, it's represented in her having an attitude. It's representing in her disrespecting you. It's represented in her, you understand what I'm saying? Like being belligerent, being a little wishy-washy, because there's no structure there. You understand? When there's structure, a lot of that type of shit dissipates because the panic subsides. Because she feels safe. She feels secure. Because why? She has a man there that's leading. A man there that knows what he's doing. A man there that puts some structure in the situation. You understand? So you guys gotta understand it. So again, you're asking, how do you get what you need and give her what she needs? Be a leader and give some structure in your relationship. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.